so you can like learn when we cut stuff out.
No, I sit and like watch it and edit it.
Okay.
We'll try this again. This is why I need a new computer. That's very frustrating. Maybe I should close some of these tabs. Oh! What did I do? Okay, let me not touch it. Welcome to the Funny Enough podcast. I'm your host, Zaie.
And your host, Anthony.
And we are back with our season 2, episode 3. Hopefully it does not cut off. Y'all know we have plenty of technical difficulties here. But we are back with our season 2. And we're so excited to be continuing with our season 2. We have had a lot of changes and things of that nature, but you know, I do want to let y'all know that you know, our previous co-host Jeffrey, he is okay. He will just not be. I previously said that he would be returning at some point. He will not be returning at this time. Yeah, so we have the lovely Anthony here, and I got some new glasses, and yeah, so we're going to be talking about today sexual exploitation / gratification, aka sex / body culture, and things of that nature. We're going to be talking about the negatives and the positives of that, and like how basically society has just kind of changed that narrative and changed the way we feel about things, because back in the day it had such a negative connotation, a negative stigma attached to anybody that would gratify or exploit any type of, you know, body or sexual desire. But now it's all about embracing your sexuality, embracing your body positivity. So we can kind of talk about how that changed, and yeah. So you have anything to say?
I would like to think, I mean, it's still in some places, in some cultures, in some countries, you can't be your full self.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, still there's prostitution, there's people who are in the adult film industry, people who are on OnlyFans.
Right.
So we still have to keep in mind, like, sex workers still exist, and they're going to be here as much as people.
And we don't want to, you know.
Yeah. We love sex workers.
Yes.
We support sex workers.
We're not shaming anyone here.
Get your coin, get your bag, do whatever you need to do to survive.
Yeah.
And so,
even if we don't do it, like,
yeah,
you do you, you know?
You do you, girl. You do you.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like, I guess we change. I don't understand, like, we have slowly changed, or just like, I don't think it's like we have become accepting. I think it's just people have stopped caring, because people back then were still sexually exploring themselves, and still there was sexual exploitive actions that were still happening, and still this gratification is like beauty standards of back then is still happening now. It's nothing has changed. Of course, things have changed much faster. Trends have gotten quicker, so we can understand that. But it is still the same structures and still the same standards that we have seen in the past 60, 70 years, since the 60s. My math might be wrong, but since the 60s and 50s, a lot of things have changed about, I guess, exploration and desires, sexual desires, and how we obtain those. What are your thoughts?
That's so great. Yeah, I definitely think the same. I think that, like, I don't really like that glare, so I'm gonna turn that off. Sorry. I think that because of social media and just like because we have internet culture now and it's so heavy, like even before TikTok, I feel like just Twitter, Instagram,
Snapchat.
Facebook, Snapchat, like all Snapchat, all those things like have really impacted our generation, the generation before us, but really our generation, and how we look at ourselves and how we look at others and how we see the world and how we kind of have like defended ourselves and like promoted, like I said, body positivity and just pushed these pro this, pro that agendas. And it's just like now everything is well, not everything, but most things are acceptable. And like, so it's just, we're trying, I guess, our generation, I feel like, is the most progressive. Like, we're trying to be because I feel like that's why the 18 and like Gen X, Gen Z, whatever they are, the generation below us are so trying to be like adults, trying to like be like us, end quote, because we basically open the doors for them, no shade, but we really demanded our presence, not just LGBTQ community, but just everybody, like women, men, like we really just demanded that things be different for us. And I think that is why things have changed. Of course, COVID and presidents and like there's been other impacts, but like I really do feel like people that are between the age of like 18, 19, 20 to like 25, like we really did that. We really pushed um these movements, and so I feel like that's why so much has changed, and it's going to continue to change. So that's, everyone can have their opinions about that, like if it's good or bad, but I do see that we have been the most progressive, in my opinion, and that is why people our age or younger or older feel like they can kind of be more open with themselves, like I said, whereas someone maybe 10 years, like not even 20, like 10 years ago, in like 2015, like it would have been a little different. Like, the whole Kim K thing, like that was such a scandal. Or like the Miley Cyrus thing, like when she was twerking at the award show on Robin Thicke, like that was such a scandal. Like there's so many things have been so like plastered into our heads, like, oh my god, it's so crazy, it's so bad. And then you fast forward to 2025 and then you have like Kanye West, need I say more, and then you have Twitter, need I say more, and OnlyFans and TikTok and Snapchat, like you said. You can't even go on Snapchat without seeing someone's premium now. So it's just like, it's different. Like it's literally so different. And I feel like we're the reason that it's different. So yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. I think, yes, a lot of things have changed, a lot of things have come about. Like I said, trends have come and go.
Yeah, we set the trends. Like we're the trendsetters.
Yeah. There's a lot more I was gonna say. But things have evolved, things have changed. And I noticed that, I can't remember who said it, but someone has said, I feel like, yes, there is internet culture, but a lot of the language of the internet culture did come from Black women. It did come from Black women, and yet a lot of Black women, dark-skinned Black women, are getting a lot of hate, are not getting the love that they need, are not getting the appreciation that they deserve, and being treated wrongly. I don't know if that's a word. I think that is a word. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Wrongly, more than any wrongfully, thank you. Wrongfully, more than any other minority. I'm not trying to make it
I get you.
Who has it worse, anything like that, but they're the true trendsetters, in my opinion. But I do want to give people their flowers, and that yes, in some cultures, in some countries, in some parts of the world, you can't just do whatever you want, say whatever you want. And I think in this nation, this country, there is this individualism thing that we got going on where we don't care about who's saying who, what is saying what. We're just gonna do whatever we want because that's how we feel, that's what we care about. And so going back to sex culture and how we in body positivity and how even that can be even be toxic of getting the right shape, getting the right form. Oh, let me go to the gym every day. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. Yes, do whatever you feel you are comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's okay, to go to the gym. It's okay to not go to the gym, but being active and being healthy during your exercises and making sure that you are healthy.
Yeah,
because
it's about being healthy. It's not about looking like everybody else, having a certain body type, like fitting anyone's standards, being like, oh, you're my BMI or this or that. Like, it's about being healthy. Like, there's no set, like that is what I want to make sure I let people understand. Like, I understand my age, I understand my weight and my body type, but at the end of the day, it might not, everyone's average might not be everyone's average. Like, you can't apply every scenario and situation to everybody because everybody is different. Like, I'm a lot shorter and than most guys, so like my BMI or my this or my that would be different than somebody that's like 6'1", and they're my size. So it's just different. Like, and then there's you don't know what people are going through. You don't know if they have an eating disorder. You don't know if they can just take on that weight like that and work out and bulk up, or they can't lose weight. Some people can't lose weight. Like, so a lot of people have other issues, and going on places like Instagram or something can be triggering for them because it's just everybody trying so hard to look like something, and other people feel left out. So there's also the double side of it is it's like there's pro this and yes, pro that, but there's also like, a lot of people feeling like there's so much I don't want to say like promotion, but like there's so much lifting up of like certain people or certain types, and like, I feel like we're leaving some out, but like we're also trying to be more open, more accepting of everybody. But when you're in such a socially consumed society, like there's only so much you can see, there's only so much that's going to be popularized. And I feel like that is what we need to kind of focus our attention on now. Is not necessarily like hear us, see us. Like, all of that is out. We get that. I feel like now we need to, especially now more than ever when they're really trying to stifle our voice, I feel like we need to kind of like lift up the middleman in a sense, like not literally the middleman, but like just people that may feel like ostracized or something like that. Like, instead of like attacking people or like separating people, like, oh well, they don't get it, or like they're like, because things are so political right now, so I'm trying to keep it on a body level. But yeah, as far as body, I feel like we just need to be more open and accepting of everything that might go on everybody, even if it may not fit your standards, even if it may not look like what you would want that to look like. Just being open and accepting everybody, because I do feel like we have been a lot more open and accepting of women in the last, I would say, 5 years than men. So I feel like if we can take that same energy and carry it with the men, it'll lift a lot of people up,
And I think that is a conversation that we need to have, as men need to have that conversation about that desirability and undesirability, because I know that's the thing I really want to talk about. That, but with men is that I get, yes, we have standards. There is a beauty standard, and there are,
especially with the gays. Like,
and there are some things that we need to talk about more and advocate. And I think a lot of people have said mainly that who's raising our men and how should we raise our men, and just like who are the important figures
Like
in men's lives.
there's so many pioneer women, Madonna, Beyonce, this, that. Like there's so many women in the industry to look up to, let alone just like, you know, maybe politically or family or locally, whatever. Like we're just on billboards, on marketing, like whatever. I feel like there's so many, like yes, there's a lot of stigma, there's a lot of stereotypes, there's so many problems still with women rights and everything. I do understand that, but there's also so much encouragement and acceptance and awareness, or you know, whatever, for women. And I feel like we need to carry that same energy with men, for everybody, you know, for non-binary, trans people as well, like everybody. But as far as bodies, you know, yeah, we need to be more like, you know, because you'll see it. I mean, even in commercials and stuff, like yeah, you'll see a woman of, you know, various sizes, but you don't particularly always see men of various sizes. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing, that not just men or just women, but everybody in society, we just need to talk about what's okay, what's not okay, what are we comfortable doing, whether if like, I get, yes, about being healthy, and I'm trying to think of other things, because I feel like I'm saying the same old.
Yeah. Because everybody's healthy is not the same.
Yeah, everyone's healthy is not the same. For if you like working out and everything, like yes, everyone can do the exact same workouts, but not everyone can do the exact same workouts. Some things that you like to do might benefit you, but some of those things might not benefit me. I'm trying to think some others. It's just there's so many like I would like to talk about.
Yeah,
but
this is a really big topic. Like you know, exploitation,
yeah.
gratification, like you know, it really covers a lot.
Yes, but I want to give a shout out to Khadija Mobe. I hope I'm pronouncing that. She's a YouTuber who also talks about desirability, undesirability, media, and modern culture, and just like, I just want to give her a shout out because I've been watching a lot of her videos and a lot of information about stuff like that, and so I just want to give that out. If you're a guy, and
we'll put that in the description below.
Yeah, if you want to know like a role model, there's a YouTuber that I also watch. His name is FD Signifier. He has a lot of good quality videos on YouTube. You know, just topics about Black culture and everything in Black media. Just want to give those people a shout out. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I think we pretty much covered it. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, the exploitation has definitely changed. You know, because like I said, there was just such a negative stigma around the exploitation of anyone and their body. And now it's sort of like something that we kind of just accept and normalize. So, because I don't want to say like promote, but like, you know, we don't like, of course, want everyone to just go run to OnlyFans. But if you do want to make OnlyFans, then do that. But yeah, that's just the time that we're living in. So it's just, we have to accept it, and you know, everyone is going to do them. And because of that, I feel like we just need to be more accepting of everything else. And when it comes to gratification, I feel like we can talk a little bit more about that before we leave. When it comes to gratification, specifically in our, you know, coming gays, zoom in. I do feel like there is an unnecessary amount of gratification when it comes to just, I'll say people in general. I don't even have to say men, gay men, like just people in general. I feel like there's an overwhelming amount of just, you can't even go on a dating app other than Grindr. You can't even go on any dating app without someone alluding or assuming that you're going to do something with them, meet them, or give them some sexual favors, and you don't even know them. So I feel like there's certain people that are okay with, the hookup culture, and that's fine. But I think there's certain people that's not. And I think that we need to be more accepting of that. I think we need to be more accepting of not everyone is going to parade and promote their bodies in that way. Some people are a lot more, what's the word? Like, just, not, like, some people are not going to just take their clothes off for anybody, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of the word right now, but like, even in a dating profile or something like that, some people are not just going to take their shirt off or take their clothes off or have a photo that's, whatever, or, in some sexually gratifying way. Some people aren't like that, and it's totally fine. Some people are. And it's not to say that everybody is just insecure if you're not promoting yourself, but it's just like, I think we need to be more open-minded and accepting of everybody, and not just promote and praise one thing or one type. I feel like we need to be, because it kind of makes things hard when you're when it comes to those other people. It makes things harder. So I just feel like we need to be more open, more accepting, especially in our community. When it comes to everybody, just anybody, we do need to do that. But it's specifically in our community, it's really bad. So
yeah. And so the one things I kind of like realized over the few years in the adult world, people are gonna do people things, human gonna human things. And so
humans are gonna human.
Yes. And knowing that still people who are in sex work, people who are doing OnlyFans and doing the adult film industry, they're still human beings, they're still people. And
or even if they're not, even if you're just a normal
Instagram
day-to-day
model.
worker,
regular,
but you want a friend with benefit and you got your booty in your profile, like, period. But like, not everybody's like that. That's
not everyone wants to see it, and everyone but you can't just ask for demands. You can't ask for the inconvenience of
don't expect anything from anybody. Yeah.
And no one owes you
Ask
anything. Mm-hmm. And so just having to realize that we need to take a step back and just not always demand and go for things first. And we can talk about this on another episode. Yeah. This is gay for pay.
This is a good talk.
Because I feel like we could also talk about gay for pay and how
we can have a whole talk.
Yeah, that's a whole other.
The gays, we need a whole talk, like a whole episode just about.
Yeah. So, is that it? Is that all the things we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, pretty much. We just wanted to kind of gloss over the fact that, just body positivity, sexual exploitation, gratification of the body, promotion, or whatever. I can't think of all the words right now, but like things regarding our bodies have changed. The body image issues, like, whatever. Like, things have just changed. And, there's some good about that, there's some bad about that. But the most important thing is to just be yourself, and to just be safe, and to just be respectful. So, yeah.
Leave your comments down below. Have you any experience?
Yes. Let us know about the way you feel about it, or if you have other opinions. If you have bad experiences, let us know. Like, if you want to feature on the podcast, let us know.
There will be episodes coming on Patreon, so if you'd like to subscribe to our Patreon, we are going to be setting
it will be set up really soon. I will be sending out information on that soon, but basically it will be separate videos.
Exclusive videos.
Yeah, and they will be exclusively on Patreon. You can go to our link that's on our website, funnyenoughpodcast.com, and click on the link and subscribe to our Patreon at Funny Enough Podcast. And yeah, you'll see exclusive videos on there. You can request videos on there. You can donate on there. So please, please, please support our podcast. We do appreciate it. For everyone asking why we do not upload the audios onto YouTube, it is because we upload them on our separate audio platforms. If you would like to listen to our audios, you can go to Spotify Podcast or Apple Podcasts to listen to the audios we record
Or
every episode.
anywhere
You get your podcast, but really those two. And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
And
Thank
coming
you.
in to talk with us and get some tea. This was a really good discussion, so we'll be back on this topic.
And there's more to come.
Yes, definitely more to come. We have
a lot
more
of surprises
reactions
coming.
So just stay tuned for those new reactions. And if you have any other reactions that you would like to let us know, leave them in the comments below. Or, like I said, go to our Patreon and request your videos there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to tune into our next episode. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. That was good.
Yeah.